Back when the plans were announced in November 2005, there was really a lot of excitement about the projects, including the Bolt-Haas project, the transformation of Bowles Hall, and the Student High Performance Athletic Center and the retrofit to the Memorial Stadium. At the time, there wasn't a lot of controversy about what the projects would entail, more questions about how much it was going to cost and who was going to be offering up that money.
The trees had started during the big game back in 2006.
It wasn't a big surprise. They'd been threatening to climb up for a few weeks, and at the time no one thought a huge amount of it. The protests started picking up national attention when they staged a few stunts, like inviting the 3 grandmothers up into the trees, and when they staged a nude photo shoot in the grove. When the city of Berkeley joined the California Oak Foundation and the Panoramic Hill Association in their lawsuits against the university, it became quite clear that this was going to be quite a long process. When Judge Barbara J. Miller instated a preliminary injunction preventing the university from commencing work on the site, the plaintiffs all declared victory. University officials, on the other hand, said they were still confident, and Vice Chancellor for Administration Nathan Brostrom called the decision only a temporary setback. Judge Miller set the court date for September. Early morning on August 29th, UC police arrived at the Oak Grove with a work crew which began erecting a fence surrounding the grove. The chain-link fence was an effort to stop supporters from entering the trees and delivering food and supplies, but it became an important symbol, a rallying cry for the tree-sit cause. Efforts to tear down the fence were unsuccessful, and there was no doubt that the fence heightened tensions at the grove. The Daily Cal senior editorial board called the fence a public relations disaster and said it would only fuel the protest, not stop it.
The season opener against Tennessee in 2007, Cal and Tennessee both ranked in the top 15 in the country, and ABC had picked it out to be their season opener on Saturday night college football. It was prime time on national television, ABC, so the entire country got the game. So the tree sitters to get national attention.
On September 4th, 2007, the Berkeley City Council voted to reject the settlement offer that was proposed by UC Berkeley. City Attorney Manuela Albuquerque said she did not consider the offer to be serious, and a number of City Council members said the proposed settlement largely reiterated previously offered compromises. On October 4th, after debating the proposed development near Memorial Stadium for a number of days in a courtroom, Judge Barbara Miller decided to visit Memorial Stadium and the surrounding area to see for herself what the possible impacts of construction might be. UC Berkeley was offered another tool to fight the tree sit on October 2007 when Judge Richard Keller ruled that the tree sitters in the trees at Memorial Stadium were in fact in violation of the law, and he issued a court order mandating that they leave. This enabled the campus to cite anyone who was on the premises of the tree sit for violating a court order.
In an early November morning, the UC police arrived with a construction crew yet again, this time to erect a second fence around the first. University officials said that they were trying to better control movement into and out of the grove. Around the same time, the university moved in high-powered lights to keep the grove illuminated at all times.
After the fence was erected and topped with barbed wire, it became another important tool for the campus to exert control over the tree sitters and who could enter or exit the area and what supplies could be passed up to the tree sitters.
Miller released her long-awaited 129-page ruling, in which she awarded all but 2 of the points in the case to the university. Amongst the claims she rejected were the petitioner's claims that the athletic center should be considered in addition to the football stadium, and that the university did not perform sufficient testing to guarantee that the center will not itself sit on the Hayward Fault. In her ruling, Miller showed most concern about aspects of the plan she said could be out of compliance with Alquist Priolo, a law that prohibits the construction of new buildings on active fault lines and restricts the renovations of existing buildings that sit on fault lines. After another hearing, Miller ruled on July 22nd to lift the injunction preventing construction, saying the university had in fact brought all aspects of the plan into compliance with environmental quality and earthquake safety laws. But she left the injunction in place for 7 days to give the petitioners time to file an appeal. 2 days later, the petitioners filed an appeal with California's First District Appellate Court. But the appellate court quickly handed the case back to Miller, dismissing the appeal as premature on the grounds that the trial court had yet to resolve several issues.
A little more than a week after the two petitioners submitted the appeal papers, the appellate court in San Francisco on September 4th issued a clear, decisive order that stated the campus had every right to begin construction. They denied the petitioner's request for an injunction as well as a stay on construction during the appeals process. The next morning, in fact, they quickly began removing the 42 of the 70 trees to the oak grove. As of Sunday night, all but two of those trees have been cut down. One is going to be transplanted to another location on campus, while the other is still occupied by the four tree sitters.